Today's video, we're talking all about the things that you need if you are a makeup girly. Some people, they want to know how to do just enough, but they don't want to invest or spend, the time learning the ins and outs of how to do full glam or full makeup look. So I've compiled a list of products that you can pick up without breaking the bank, without spending a ton of time, just to get a really cute, nice look together. So let's hop right in. So first thing that I would suggest that you purchase is something for your base. So that means a tinted moisturizer or a foundation, right? Something just to even out your complexion. If you have really even great skin, hats off to you. You can skip this step, but I would suggest getting a foundation or a tinted moisturizer. Preferably a foundation that you can apply easily, so make sure that you're matching your complexion really well because you want it to melt into the skin. You don't want it to look like it's sitting on top. I also would suggest getting a skin tone or close to you as possible concealer. Now, I know you might think well, maybe I want to highlight, but for most people who aren't really into makeup, they don't want to go through all the steps of what it takes to highlight, to set, to do all these things. They just want to know how can I pull a quick look together that's going to make me look a little bit more elevated than my everyday look. So I would suggest a really good concealer, and that's just going to, if you have any darkness around your eyes or anything like that, it's just going to even the skin out around, it's going to even the complexion out around your eyes. So I would suggest that. The next thing I would suggest is a good mascara. Most people aren't going to be looking to apply falsies. So a really good mascara, a good lengthening mascara. I have been personally using the e.l.f. Lash Extend, but I know that Benefit Cosmetics has some really good mascaras, as well as YSL. What's the other one? It comes in a red tube. NARS. I couldn't think of it just then. But you want to invest, and also MAC. You want to invest in a really good mascara that's going to make your lashes look like, whew, I'm awake, I'm here. Because again, we're going for more elevated than my everyday look, but not necessarily full glam. The next thing that I would suggest that you pick up is a brow gel. So for most people, they aren't going to go through the hassle. If you're not into makeup, you're not going to go through the hassle of let me get a brow pen or a brow pencil, all these things to sculpt my brow. A good brow gel will help you to lay your brows in place, set them, and just make them more uniform. Because sometimes especially if you're someone who doesn't really maintain their brows, or you go more time in between maintaining your brows, brow gels will go in and do the work for you. They'll go and make your brows look more even, as opposed to just leaving them how they are. Is a nice blush. You can really elevate your look with a really nice blush, something that's complementary to your skin tone. It doesn't have to be really, really bright, but you don't want to steer too dark either, but something that's going to complement you and just give you a little pizzazz, a little pop, and it'll be noticeable, oh, it's something different today. It's something different, right? The next thing, I know that for many of you, if you're not into makeup, you're I don't want to invest in all the tools, right? I don't want to have to get this brush for this, and this brush for that, and this brush for this. Well, there is a solution for that. You can get a beauty blender and a puff, and it can do just about everything that you need to do with your face. Because for most people, if you're not into makeup, you're not going to be thinking about oh, let me do a crazy eyeshadow look. So you don't need eye brushes. But if you want something to apply your foundation with, you can use a beauty blender, and that is going to make sure that it's not going to be patchy. It's going to make sure the product is even, and it's going to give you a really nice airbrush finish. Also, having the powder puff is going to help you go in and set your makeup. I would suggest picking up a powder, one that's closest to your skin tone, as well as a translucent powder. Not a colored translucent powder, but just a plain old translucent powder. So Laura Mercier has one size, Derma Blend, Milk, so many, Makeup Forever. They have so many brands on the market now that have them, but just a regular translucent powder. You can actually just use your powder puff to go in and set everything, or the back of your beauty blender to go ahead and set all over your face to make sure that the products that you just applied won't move throughout the evening or whenever you are choosing to wear this. The last thing that I would suggest, if you are just like, I just want something to elevate my look, is to get a winning lip combo. So getting like a really nice liner. I feel like everyone needs a brown liner. Now your brown may be different than my brown, so if you're more on the fair side, you might not want to go really dark brown. You might want to go with a lighter brown, but if you're more on the more melanated side, you might want to go for a darker brown just to give your lips some definition. So I would suggest that, and I would suggest like a nice lip balm and a nice nude color, because I feel like a nude lip goes well on everyone. Like, it's just finding your right combination of nude, and it's really going to elevate your look. Also, and if you're feeling a little daring, you can get a colored lip, and you know, that'll elevate your look as well. But hopefully you found this video helpful and you've learned something. Also, comment down below. Let me know if there's anything else that you would suggest. If you were, say, suggesting to a friend who doesn't really want to know like the ins and outs about makeup. Like, I'm not interested in doing a full face. I just want to do enough, or know how to do enough, that like if I had someplace to go, I'm not really going to make an appointment with a makeup artist. I just want to be able to look a little bit more elevated than my everyday look. What are some products, or what are some things that I could do to achieve that look? Also, if you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the family, so go ahead and do that. And make sure your post notifications are on so you can be notified when my new videos go up, which is on Tuesday and Friday. And that's a mouthful. Make sure you like this video. It really does help out my channel, and it gets my videos out to more eyeballs. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye!